Well, good evening once again, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for sticking with us, guys and girls, and whoever might be still watching. Welcome to MATCHFIT Entertainment's official coverage of Rainlight Racing's 2025 LMU Series, proudly brought to you by SIMBLACKS and, of course, the good people over at Rainlight Racing. We are at Qatar here for round, I think it's round freaking 10, second last round of the series. And I'm Davo, J-Man right by my side. J-Man, we are still after round 9, still coming to terms with the old LMU stuff. Aren't we, my friend?
They've shifted the goalpost on us a little bit. We've got some nice data. Well, some of us had some nice data. Now it appears to be gone. But however, always continuously trying to move on the fly, especially with the techie issues. But more importantly, at the moment, Matty Clark up on the top spot with a 57.3 over Pete Dawson's 57.9. Crossing in there with a good lap at a 58.0. So that is the top three right now. Goddard, McConnell. So good. The Aston's obviously looking good with the current BOP as well. There's word on the street that is the car to be in right now. However, Crossy in the McLaren looking good. Goddard, McConnell, and Macrolos. So Gagler Mustangs there, 4th, 5th and 6th. And then back to Bewley, current championship leader by the way of 15 points. Then the Porsche back to the pits already. So that is all but qualifying as the clock runs 0. That is where we are at. So very much looking like, just looking at, Dawson back in the pits, so is Crossy. Who's still out there?
Oh, Marty, and I think that was Gunther Rowe who just had eyes on Wozniak just coming across the line. J-Man, Hayden Tagg still circulating in the bright yellow Lamborghini. I think there was a couple of bright yellow Lamborghinis out there. It was catching us off a little bit last week. And so Tagg's still out there and Gunther Rowe doing, because I did see him off track. So continued on that lap just so he can do that little bit of pit stop practice. Why not? Great idea. Makes all the sense in the world as we see the boys and girls back off to the pits after qualifying. Excuse the lack of qualifying coverage there, ladies and gentlemen. Just a couple of ticky issues in the background. Like J-Man mentioned, LMU with a recent update has just sort of shuffled things around a little bit on us, you know, so we're just a little bit trying to smooth back into it. But look, it has been a learning curve for the last 9 weeks, and this does continue. But we are here, and we are here, as you can see on the calendar. It's the 28th of July. We are at Qatar, and next week we will be at Le Mans, and mate, that is going to be awesome. Be good to see some good numbers there. Massive track, and big fan actually. Don't mind that place. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. As the finale, J-Man, as these guys get sorted. Oh, look, we will mention again, SIMBLACKS jumping on board with the Rainlight Racing guys once again to give away some freaking awesome prizes here for the LMU series. This time around, an awesome haptic kit just to add to the immersion in your SIB rig. So, look, worth it if you can get it, and if they're giving it away, even better. So all the guys that have been involved throughout the series are all eligible, and they will be spinning a wheel at the end of the racing next week at Le Mans on Crossy's Twitch channel. Links in the description, people. Also links in the description for Rainlight Racing's Instagram, so get amongst that. Follow them over there. So whatever information that's coming up throughout the week, you will not miss out. So like, subscribe, get amongst it, ladies and gentlemen. And obviously, like and subscribe to MATCHFIT Entertainment. Like the videos, help us out with the channel, and the algorithms, ladies and gentlemen. If you have subscribed, you legends, hit the notifications as well. But give us a like for this video while you're there. I think the guys and girls just plonk it out on track at the moment. We will just have a quick look at the points there, guys. And as you can see, Nathan Bewley still sitting on the top of the ladder by an extremely small margin over Matthew Clark, and then Gunther Rowe following it up in third place. We also have Goddard and Dawson and Marnie and Crossland and Kramer and Wozniak and Ichikawa rounding out the top 10. Got to mention all those boys as well. But yes, second to last round. We are at Qatar, and next week Le Mans. We are about to start this round 9 here for Rain Light Racing's 2025.
Round 10.
LMU seats. Oh, round 10, should I say? Yes, J-Man. Round 10.
Yeah, no,
Season 9. Season 9. So,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm picking it up.
Ready, mate. Well done. Just a big shout out to Isaac. He's obviously looking after Bubs tonight. Not able to get out there on track. However, we love the support from
always.
Mr. Isaac Ichikawa. Good to see you tuning in, buddy. And hopefully see you back out there next week.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. Good looking field once again. 17 cars out there on the track, about to embark on what'll be 60 minutes of the final laps. You'll see in a GT3 around Qatar, LaSalle circuit.
Yes, GT3 LM cars too, mind you. And so no compulsory pit stops, but these guys will not be able to complete this 1 hour race, will they, J-Man, without a stop for EV tyres, fuel, something. So
yeah,
it's
they will definitely have to do something.
Yes, pretty much a forced CPS for these guys. Always a short formation here in the Rain Light Racing 2025 LMU series. Just dipping into this final corner here, J-Man, all gridded up. Who have we got? Matt Clark and then Pete Dawson, mind you, following up.
Front row lockout.
Front row lockout for the Astons, and then Steve Crossland, Goddard, Craig McConnell, Costas Makalos, Nathan Bewley, Gunther Rowe, and Nick Firth, and Kenneth Worcester, and I think it's all happening already. We've got a green flag, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got 3 wide as well on the second row. Look at that. 3 wide, 3 wide second row, 3 wide third row as well. Oh, a little bit of contact between, I think it would have been Bewley and then Gunther Rowe, and then Gunther Rowe into Makalos. Everybody keeping it together. That's Nick Firth tucked in behind there, just trying to take advantage of that. That is Wozniak in one of the Ferraris there, trying to get it over. Marnie, busy stuff in the background. Worcester, but trying to fend off one of the Lamborghini. Steve Crossland in the 4th position, nicely tucked in behind Goddard. Wow, J-Man, what a start.
Great start to the race. Look into turn 1. So Matty Clark already looking to make hay already, and with Bewley back in P5 on this opening lap with qualifying done, he's looking to make inroads into that, as you mentioned, 50 inroads into the championship. And look, he'd be hard to stop from this position. Pete Dawson looked solid in qualifying, and then George Goddard also looked really solid qualifying. But also these guys I watched in official practice that were pumping some good times. So it'll be all about managing fuel and VE. We do have that on board tonight.
Oh yes, so we have data. We have data, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd like a little bit more. I had it at the start of the night, and I'm not sure why I don't have it now, but I've got some of it. So
we've got something.
At least that's something. But anyway, back to Costas Makalos putting the heat on Gunther Rowe. So it'll be interesting to see how the course shapes up here tonight. Because Makalos in one of the Mustangs, and the Mustangs have looked particularly good here. So
yeah, and look, it's still on lap 1, but Nick Firth hot in tow, as is Martin. And as they roll across the line there, no surprise, Matty Clark with a bit of a gap on Pete Dawson after lap 1. fairly packed field after that. Dawson, Goddard, Crossland in. The SIMBLACKS. P4 in the SIMBLACKS. Number 43, McLaren, Damon. Bewley, tucked in behind in the point. McConnell. Trademark, Mustang. Got the go. McAlox, Nick Firth, 9. And Joseph Marnie rounding out the top 10 after lap 1. That is Sam Wozniak and Kenneth Worcester in the Tokyo Taxi. The Lexi in the background. Nice work from Worcester. Kept his nose out of trouble there, sitting in 12th position. And right on the tail of Wozniak at the moment, really taking it to him, Damon.
Oh, absolutely. He's giving it everything.
Look at Crossy on Goddard though at the moment.
Yeah, he's right there with them, and you know, and that's a potential podium spot. No, it's early days, but he's right there in touch. Looks super comfy. Obviously had a great qualifying.
Goddard with a bit of a shake there, and Crossy round.
Goes around. Oh, that is unfortunate.
So asking too much of the tyres on the number 43 SIMBLACKS. McLaren there, J-Man, he will be dirty. Where's he going back to? 9th? Is that 9th? Yes, that's Marnie just sneaking up beside him now.
He's
Just
going to get him down to the right-hander here.
Yeah. So Marnie's car actually looks a little damaged as well, J-Man. So that car quite possibly sitting back a position or two more than what it should do. In the background, I think that's Lily Glass going off in the final corner there as well. You can see back a shot, and the BMW of, is that Rob Fox? No, that's Kramer.
No,
Sorry,
no,
that's Adrian
Kramer.
Yep. Oh, so a bit of a shake-up up the top there.
Good battle too. Sam Wozniak now
Well,
on the back of Steve Crossland. Crossland probably with some over-inflated and overheated rear tyres at the minute.
yes, and look, who's taken his place? Craig McConnell, now tucked in behind. Gunther Rowe, should I say? Tucked in behind. Oh no, hang on. Who was first? Who was last? Goddard, I think. So that was Crossland chasing down Goddard, sandwiched in between the two Mustangs of McConnell and Goddard. So out of the picture now, Craig McConnell just holding station. Gunther Rowe sees. Now, here's the position I can take. Right behind him, McAloss, and then Nick Firth sneaking, gifted a position, as has been Marnie with the Crossland car down a position now.
Yeah, good call there too. I think that favoured Nathan Bewley up to P3, so straight away
Definitely
into a podium position. And yeah, not feeling the best tonight is Nathan. He's under the weather, got a bit of a flu going on. It's the bigger picture is he's out there, and as we saw in Brazil the week before, even when it's not favouring that car or the setup, man, that
still does okay. Absolutely. Pete Dawson has improved over the last couple of weeks, J-Man. Notably, obviously, maybe some of the updates favouring the Aston Martins, but nonetheless, Dawson definitely showing a clean set of heels over the last couple of weeks. And look where he is now, second position. We've got Masterclass out in front at the moment, as is Matthew Clark. But Nathan really does need to stay focused here and keep that podium position, to keep that points challenge alive, doesn't he? Leading the championship at the moment is Nathan Bewley, but Clarkey not that far behind. So, and look at Bewley now, tagging up on the behind of Pete Dawson.
Leave it with you. Techie issue for me, mate. So
okay, you get that sorted. So out of the front of Nathan's car here as he chases down the POV pack. the privateer, Pete Dawson.
Oh, he does it well, doesn't he?
He does, all white. Open to sponsorship. That car should have MATCHFIT Entertainment splashed all over it, J-Man. I think we need to make
that work. Yeah.
We need to make that happen. Checks in the mail, Pete Dawson. As the battle heats up, do you just watch Bewley go to work on the back of Dawson here and start applying the torch in the background though? The blowtorch is already being applied by Craig McConnell, who has actually seen Gunther Road coming in that V-dub and gone, I've got to get past Goddard and let's start making this happen. So you can see in shot there, Goddard, there's McConnell. But then Gunther Road, Nick Firth and Joseph Money. Costas Makalos, and then Kenneth Worcester still holding down that 10th position. So Worcester tagged on the back of Makalos. Wozniak on his way though, and a recovering Steve Crossland. J-Man just lurking in the background.
Yeah, and hopefully this comes back to him. And a good point there from Isaac in the chat as well. Nate for P2, what do we think? Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see it personally. It keeps the championship well alive, Isaac, as well.
Yep.
Do that. And I tell you what, a little reset for me has just been a godsend because I have all the data back on the screen.
Oh, very nice.
A lot more comfortable. The J-Man does not mind too much data. So, yeah, got plenty on board, and we're just synchronising in so I can level up with Davo now.
Mate, when too much data's never enough, you know that.
Absolutely not. But Craig McConnell putting on an absolute performance here on the back of George Goddard. So the Mustang's coming in, and Craig's lurking there. He's looking kind of quite ominous that he's looking for a position to get through. Car looks a little bit more friendly down to the inside apex at the moment. So long may that last, and hopefully, so we've got all our stuff back up. So a couple of things to note for me tonight, Davo and viewers. Yeah, we do have live onboard VE, and I can tell you what, out of the top 8 cars, Joseph Marnie in the Porsche, the lowest on the energy, down to 79%. So that Porsche quite hungry in that respect. So
McConnell on Goddard.
Well, he's right there.
Pushes Goddard wide. A little bit of a wriggle.
A little bit of retaliation there from Goddard. He wasn't happy.
Well, he wasn't going to give it away, that's for sure. But McConnell had the run, put the car up, forced the par. Clean stuff there into one. I'm pretty sure that was one. I'm very familiar with Qatar, so I'm just sort of calling it as I see it here. But yeah, nice work from these boys. The Mustangs are looking hot tonight. You did call it a little bit earlier in the evening. Not sure whether we got that on air, but the Astons, I think this track really does suit the Mustang and Astons, doesn't it, J-Man?
Yeah, it does. It does. So, personal best in Sector 1 right now for Nathan Bewley. So cars starting to come to a personal best in Sector 2 as well. Starting to get a feel for this Porsche.
Oh, just something in the background, Jamie. Sorry to interrupt. That Kenneth Worcester passed Costas Makalos.
Makalos past the Mustang there.
So, and it doesn't look like Makalos is happy about it.
He's right there on the back of him.
Oh, this front splitter shot out of Makalos's Mustang here. Look at this.
Matty Clark goes magenta in Sector 1 and 2. This last lap, I think. Yeah, this lap. Okay, so that was the last lap. So he is 58.1. last lap, best lap of a 58.0 as we still ride with Costas Makrolos chasing down Kenneth Worcester, and they've got Marnie just up ahead of them. So it's going to become a three-way as they come through sector 1.
Yeah, so that's T1 there. Yep, just coming through the first complex of corners, J-Man. I can tell you're not too familiar with this one either. But,
I've got the track map up, but you're just trying to get my head around it. 16 turns to work out here, Dave.
Oh, gosh, wow. Jesus.
And the lead now, Matty Clark, 6.5 seconds over Pete Dawson, so putting on a bit of a clinic at the moment.
Great battle. I just can't get the cameras off. Looking out of the rear bar of Kenneth Worcester's car there.
Yeah.
Both of the boys off track there. Bit of a shake, a little bit of dust. And I think that in the background, I think that's Costlin actually.
Crossing, mate.
I think he snuck past Wozniak just in the last few
did.
corners there. So nice work from Crossy there. But, it's still on between Makrolos.
Good moment for Costas Makrolos coming through the left-hander there. Got it super sideways.
Mate, working hard for their money. They are here tonight, J-Man.
Yeah, absolutely. And Isaac was just asking a little bit off topic. How was the rally stage last night, Davo?
Difficult. I'm not a big one for tarmac rally. I prefer gravel. But yeah, we're working on it. Always working on it. I don't get enough time. It's a Sunday afternoon thing. Thanks for tuning in, Isaac, actually. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no doubt there are a few expletives. Gunther Rowe starting to make good roads into Goddard. After the pass that McConnell made on Goddard, it has just been ever so slightly in favour of Gunther Rowe catching the Goddard Mustang.
Well, clearly, I mean, we saw McConnell range up on him fairly quickly once Crossland was out of the picture. And, given the chance, straight past. And here we see it. McConnell actually making ground on Goddard. Is Goddard just a little bit out of sorts now? Or did McConnell just have genuine pace and needed to get in front? Out in front of that. And these guys aren't too far in front of Craig McConnell too, mind you. Nathan Bewley and Pete Dawson still going at it, Jamie.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. And interesting that Bewley's Porsche last lap round using about 3.8% on average virtual energy versus 3.9%.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yep.
For Pete Dawson and Matty Clark. However, you go down to the Marnie car and even the Gunther Rowe car, and those cars
using less.
Tend to use a little. No, they tend to use a little bit more as well. So.
Oh, okay.
But I think Nathan Bewley now is just really starting to settle into this, and 8 laps into this race, it's starting to really work over Pete Dawson. It'll be interesting to see where the advantages are, because he's clearly closed the margin down, and the margin's growing.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly with Matty Clark over Pete Dawson. So it'd be more about Pete Dawson coming back to Nathan Bewley at this point of the race. But also Gunther Rowe starting to make headway into Goddard as well. So.
Yeah, as we look under the rear wing of Mr. George Goddard's Mustang there, J-Man. And what are we, over 25% through the race here. So we're...
Crossy in the pits.
43 minutes yet. Still to run.
Oh, no, he's not. I thought he was going, but he's not.
He's faking it. He's just faking it for the cameras, Jay.
might have been a bit of a sideways moment there.
Oh, okay. No. He's just faking it. He was faking it.
Yeah, he was.
So, plenty going on, ladies and gents. Two closest cars on track. I think Joseph Barney actually has snuck past Ken Worcester too. So that's Marnie past Makrolos, and then
he's on, he's on. Yeah, he got past.
Hang on, did he get past, or is this Worcester catching up to Marnie? I think it might be actually.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
So,
but in the interim, it's actually Sam Wozniak's gone past Costas Makrolos, and Costas Makrolos just having another moment. Steve Crossland's through on Makrolos now, so
Makrolos struggling.
Yeah, it's unfolding. I'm not sure. He's got front and rear damage by my calculator there.
Yep,
he has got some front split.
Oh, okay. So new data, ladies and gentlemen. So J-Man can see live about a little bit of, and you can actually see it visually. Oh, well, I was at the paint job. I don't know. Stunning looking car. That does look like it's got a few creases around the front of it at least. So, guys, working over. George Goddard, Gunther Rowe, J-Man.
Yep.
About, what are they? 3 or 4 tenths apart, but it's to Craig McConnell, but it's the Gunther Rowe on the chase. J-Man in the Porsche is the one to watch.
Yeah, he's definitely on the move. Currently sitting P6 in a good spot. And, McConnell, for me, set that move up. Obviously, a little bit of contact with himself and George, but he's driven away since then. But I can't help but watch the battle with Bewley and Dawson. If Dawson makes a mistake, Bewley's going to be right there.
Oh, you know it. I just wonder whether Goddard's actually having a similar issue to what Costas is at the moment. They just don't, they look like they're going through a certain phase in the tyre. They're not comfortable in the Mustang at the moment. However, Craig McConnell, just no sweat. He's off. He's going hard.
Yeah, he is. He's doing a great job. Now, look at Bewley. Bewley's super close to Dawson this time around.
Oh, yeah, this is big.
As they come through the mid-sector here, lots of change of direction. We know the Porsche doesn't mind the rotation, the change of direction. He's all over him.
Oh, look,
slightly
cool as a cucumber.
Looking for drive.
Dawson, just steady as she goes. 0 mistakes. Keeps not even a over defensive line. Just it's almost like he's been to the John McDonald school of defensive driving. We've seen a few of them lately. I think John's just handing out, handy tips to these boys. But yeah, awesome stuff. Just putting that car in the right position, not slowing himself up too much either in the process either. So good clean stuff out of the final corner there. A little bit of a shake from the Aston of Pete Dawson, but the punch in a straight line from this car, J-Man, we saw it last week, is immense. So the Porsche, even up under the wing, out of the exit of the final corner, has got nothing for this thing in a straight line. And that is Crossland around, oh no it's not, sorry, that is one of the Lamborghinis. That will be Hayden Tegg.
At the moment, yep. That's the question for Davo, I think, Warren Baker. Are their driver names? Oh, I presume you're referencing the totem. I'm not sure. I know there are certainly manufacturers' icons, or some of them, but yeah, that's a Davo question, so I'll leave that in his hands.
Okay.
Back to Nathan Bewley, Pete Dawson. That is very close.
That is a very good question.
Oh, so who was that? That was McConnell.
No, that's not McConnell.
McConnell ran wide. He definitely ran wide, but it's Gunther Rowe.
Oh, looking at the background.
No, I did pick up on my cams. McConnell had a big run wide. He still managed to stay in front. I've got but the gap has closed.
There you go, Wally. I fixed it. I found the button.
There you go. You ask and you shall receive, was it?
I fixed it. I've done good.
You've done something.
I did something. Thanks for, actually, no, thank you, Wally, for pointing it out.
I think it's a matter of time here, Davo. Gunther Rowe.
Oh, Gunther Rowe. He's coming, isn't he? He's on the way.
Oh, who was that? Was that Tegg in the fence hard?
Again. So Clark in the pits, Jay. And I think, yes, Matty Clark. Where is he?
Yeah, he was talking about going for an alternate strategy out of P1 here tonight. So he goes and grabs a dose of energy, and we'll see himself good for another 21.5 laps by my calculation. So that'll serve him well, gets that done. Like I said, opting for a different strategy. Going to be interesting to see where he falls in traffic here as he comes out. Matty Clark. Okay, let's see where he shakes out.
So that's the tech car in the background now. We just called him having a couple of spins in the last lap or so. So definitely an out of position vehicle. But where has that slotted Matty Clark? Is that he's sitting in 10? So
P10.
Behind Wozniak, in front of Roo, both unpitted drivers. Now, what can I do here? I can actually bring up how many pit stops, number of stops. Here we go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. On the totem there, so you can see Clarkie's got one beside his name. Makalos, Crossland, Teg and Glass all have a number beside their name. So plenty going on. Matt Clark in and out of the pits and in 10th position. Look, Bewley losing a lot of ground to Pete Dawson now running in first in the privateer. Aston Martin, Bewley looking a little bit slippery in the tail in the back of shot there as we just sized it up. Pete Dawson there out of the final corner there, and actually maybe Craig McConnell just ranging a little bit on Bewley in the background. This battle continues. Goddard well aware of Gunther Rowe sneaking up. Back a shot, you can see Nick Firth's car. You can see the number 43, SIMBLACKS Crossy McLaren, and then after that it is Kenneth Worcester, Joseph Barney, Sam Wozniak. Like we just mentioned, Matthew Clark in and out of the pits and falling into the 10th position slot. J-Man, where do we go from here?
Well, I think still for me, so Pete Dawson pulled away a little bit at the moment from Nathan Bewley.
Two closest cars on track, I would suspect, are Gunther Rowe and George Goddard. So nice work from these boys. Two drivers that well and truly call Rainlight Racing home, and yeah, doing a stunning job here tonight, running in 4th and 5th respectively here. Round 10 in the Rainlight Racing 2025 LMU series. Again, we will mention SIMBLACKS on board and giving away pretty cool shit again with the haptics kit, giving away spin of the wheel stuff at the end of this season. Not performance based giveaways. Oh, we have it on camera, J-Man! Oh, no, unforced error there. Oh, yeah, getting that car back on track. Nick Firth through, and that is Steve Crossland as well. Kenneth Worcester tucked in behind. He will have a seriously hot set of hoops on the back of that thing at the moment. That could take a little bit of time to settle back in. Gunther Rowe, the mist will be well and truly set in as he chases. Immediately wants to chase that position back from Steve Crossland. Side by side down to 1.
Yep.
Crossy lets him through. Gunther 3rd in the championship. Crossland well out of the championship pretty well, top 3 wise. So allows good friend Gunther through, I suspect, J-Man.
Yeah,
he made it look a bit easy.
How's the drive from Ken Worcester right now, though?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Crossy just gets out of there, lets him go. So I don't think Crossy's entirely comfortable with the car, and he is a long way down. He's a lap out of it, so he was a lap down.
Yep.
For me, just looking at this one as well, Matty Clark post pit stop.
So he's gaining on Wozniak already.
First flying lap after pit stops, he was good in sector 1, so kind of tidy at the moment. Pete Dawson doing a good job over Bewley at the moment. McConnell's got eyes on Nathan Bewley now. He has certainly got a lot closer, so I feel like it's actually Bewley coming back to McConnell more than Dawson pulling away based on the last time.
So relatively closely bunched, top 10. Pretty well, J-Man.
Yep.
Here after, oh, what are we looking at?
So we're approaching halfway mark.
Yeah.
Yep. Another lap or so. Around about another lap, we will be in the halfway range. We're starting to see some energy drop down. Who we got? We got Tig in the pits. We've also got Mr. Fox in the pits. We got yeah, he's parked the car. So Hayden Tig coming out of the pits now. Some cars go. That'll be Worcester and Rowe, Crossland, and also Marnie. He lets go. Lets him get out of it. But McConnell making big inroads right now into Nathan Bewley. Davo.
I don't think that the Bewley car has looked comfy for the last probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 laps.
Yeah.
Obviously ground made by Dawson over that Porsche, whether that was a little bit of a unforced error for Bewley or not. But just Craig chasing him down at the moment, and we see the Porsche slide out of the right-hander there. The car looks taily, but Craig's chasing, and he's chasing him down quick. Does that car need to stop?
So, okay, let's get a read on that last lap round. McConnell with a 59.7, Bewley with a 59.6. So his 10th better off was Nathan Bewley. Their last 5 lap average sees McConnell at a 59.7 and Bewley with a 2-minute .1. So his average over the last 5 laps is significantly better by the tune of a half a second a lap. So he's definitely coming.
Yeah. Just in the background there, Matty Clark past Sam Wozniak, J-Mans. Clarky just...
and a little run wide from Clarky too. So
yeah,
just pushing hard.
Yeah, so we see everything, Clarky. We saw that. So yeah, just sneakily just working his way forward there. Next car in the crosshairs is this man here, Joseph Barney in the Porsche car. J-Man, you might have the data on this car. It looks like it might be carrying a bit of a damage on the front and the rear of that car.
Nah, Marnie's car's all cleaned up, mate.
Oh, okay, so it's all clean. Now, Marnie in behind Gunther Rowe. And the only reason he is in behind Gunther Rowe is we saw Gunther Rowe a couple of laps ago with an unforced error turning that car. And I just actually noticed Rowe back in behind Worcester and...
yeah, Crossland's a lap down, so he's out of position here, but I think...
oh, that's... yeah, so Crossland's back part though.
Yeah, so... Gunther's...
so Gunther's pushing.
Now, Crossy just had a little run wide. Just going to let Gunther go here, because he's out of this.
Well, he truly is. He's not only out of the championship points pretty well, but he's out of this race too. Like you said, with the lap down, you can see just there Crossland moving across there to let, I suspect that's Marnie through as well. And quite possibly Matt Clark will be the next cab off the rank there as well, because he is quickly gaining.
Crossland with the DNF, he's called it.
Oh, okay, so he's called it. So he's got off track. So we see Matty Clark and then Sam Wozniak running at the top 10. J-Man.
So I think for me, the Ken Worcester's doing incredibly well. Piece
absolutely.
I think he's on a slightly different strategy than these boys, because he was at about half the percentage on the energy remaining, and the laps. He's only got around 5.7 laps left in the tank. He does have 21.2% energy left, so expect to see that car in
anytime soon. Yeah,
pretty shortly.
So yeah, look, doing such a great job. Totally agree, but he's got to nail his pit stop, doesn't he, to carry that through?
Yeah, look, his stationary is probably going to be a bit longer than the guys just up the road ahead of him, by way of they're not going to require as much energy to make the end of this race. You can see that the likes of, I think, where is he, Matty Clark, he's energised and fueled for another 16 and a half laps at 60% VE, so he'll look to run at 27 minutes out to the rest of this race. So he opted for an undercut scenario. He's coming up on the back of Marnie now, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out once the front runners, the likes of Pete Dawson, Nathan Bewley. Now just on that, Pete Dawson's coming up on the back of Costas Makrolos. He's obviously made his stop. What sort of energy has Makrolos got? Yeah, so he's 40% in. Touch and go. And Bewley just pulling away in the last lap and a half from McConnell. So I'm not sure what happened there. I thought for all money that both of them having a moment, both Bewley and McConnell.
And who's pulled away, it hasn't been by bloody much, J-Man. Seriously, like these guys still very close. Probably two of the closer cars on track at the moment, apart from Worcester and Rowe, Marty and Clark. So quick stuff, but we would expect we would be expecting to see some movement in. Oh, there's Dawson on Costas as well.
Yep, and then also Clark on Marnie. So Marnie made that particularly easy, and
as you would expect,
Matty Clark will be Gunther Rowe. So he is he's going to go deep into the field before they stop.
Look at the pace of Clark in this Aston, J-Man. It is impressive.
Yeah,
Past Marnie and give halfway through this lap, he's going to be monstering the back of the Gunther Rowe course.
Yeah, that was a 58.3 there for Gunther Rowe
with the pass.
201. Yep.
An easy pass. A gimme pass.
3 for Clark. He's going to sail by pretty easily, I would think. Although Gunther not required to make this
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And look, Gunther races out of the Porsche stable, as does Nathan Bewley, currently running P2. That is the two championship combatants, is Nathan Bewley and Matty Clark. So Gunther Rowe, if he's flying the Porsche
hey, look, he's got a vest. He's sitting in that podium, J-Man. This is his competitor. So nice work from both of these guys. True professional.
Matty Clark talking pre-race about strategy here. Told me early that he was going to go a little bit off strategy to everybody else. And here we go. It's going to be easily done. And looking to maybe change the left-hand side tyres on this car, because they were the working side tyres. Front left taking an absolute ironing on the LaSalle circuit. So I think that car potentially took a left side only. And out there, and you can see through the sector here, right-hander after right-hander. Cars loaded.
Heaps of load. Heaps of load.
I think the spins we've seen tonight have been through that phase of the racetrack. So long-loaded right-handers. So now he's up on Ken Worcester. So this is racing up
pretty sharply. As we would expect from Clark, who was easily and clearly leading the race before pit started stopping. Car has the pace, Clark has the pace. Let's have a look. What do we got? Number of stops. Who's stopped? Let's have a look at the numbers. J-Man, we got Clark, obviously, top of the list. I don't think it's changed. It's Makrolos, Glass. Fox is in the pits as we speak, and we've got Crossland and Tank, both with DNFs out of the 17.
What, the Lexus has got no lack of power.
The punch, you know.
Plenty of horsepower.
Hey, look,
and taking anything on the straights.
And you need it to run with the Aston, don't you? And there he goes. Oh, no, he doesn't. Worcester under no obligation to let Clark pass.
He's going to race him here.
It's not a blue flag situation here.
Okay, what is Worcester's energy?
But Worcester, like we talked about before, he's got a pit. He knows he's got a pit.
He's got three laps left in the tank. He's got 11.4%.
And he's racing his own race. He's trying to get as much out of that and make as much gains as he can before that stops. So, yeah, he won't want to slow down for pretty much anything or anyone. Clark will have to get past him, and very close, very, very close.
Hey Matty, thanks for tuning in. Great race going on here. Just currently had the cams tuned in on Matty Clark. He's pit stopped early, got out of sequence. Had a good 8-something seconds or maybe more over the lead of this race.
Worcester, the pace in that Lexus.
Yep.
The Tokyo taxi wound up well and truly.
So
and here we go. Just watch this.
We'll see them on the front straight.
And look at the pace of the Lexi.
He's making nothing.
He's almost losing. It's going backwards. G'day, Matty. Flick us a thumbs up there.
Big under brakes is Matty Clark. Oh, Bewley off.
Bewley off.
What did we miss there? There might have been something there. Bewley's got a little bit of front end damage. I'll have a look to see if.
But still,
Bewley's got rear end damage. Craig McConnell's got front end damage.
Okay. Let's read something into that.
Thank you, Crossy. Unlucky tonight, buddy. Looked like a real handful at times through change of direction, did the McLaren. So appreciate you tuning in, buddy.
Yeah, bad luck, Crossy.
Okay, so Matty Clark still trying to work over Ken Worcester, and I tell you what, applaud
Worcester all day
here, mate, over a guy that is absolutely in a league of his own pace-wise. But mad respect to Matty Clark too for just not giving it a full send. Speaking of full send, I think he's going to poke it down the inside here. Oh, he gives him just enough room. You watch the horsepower of the Lexus here.
Does he? What's going on here? Round the outside.
And Ken shuts the door, says, mate, not this time.
That is awesome stuff. Look at how quick and how close these two are.
Does he send it down the left here? I reckon he's going to have another look.
Look, and the Lexus again runs
he's going to run wide. He's going to challenge him here. He knows he's got horsepower.
Parking left in the room too. But yeah, just a little bit late on the brakes there for Worcester. Worcester comes in. There you go.
Yeah, he had
good.
To.
That was well done, actually. That was the perfect time for Worcester to enter the pits, I reckon, J-Man.
Yeah, that was a fantastic last three.
What
maybe
a battle.
From Ken Worcester there. Beautiful driving. And that releases Matty Clark up to P6 now.
Let's get back to this Bewley Craig McConnell conundrum.
Who've got Lily Glass up the road from them, who is a lap, maybe not a lap down. Yeah, she is. Yep, she's a lap down. So can McConnell make this work to his favour? Depends where Bewley catches Lily. This could benefit the first car or the second. You never know until it happens. But good stuff. What is Pete Dawson's down to 22%? On the Energize.
Just looking over the rear wing of Nathan Bewley's car, and McConnell very sideways.
Yeah, so they lost that margin.
Yeah, just trying to get out of that. Might have been the Lily Glass Lamborghini there. He was trying to avoid, but either way, sketchy as hell. Keeps it together. Does Craig McConnell. And back on the hunt for the back of the Nathan Bewley pool. All the while, Pete Dawson out in front, man. What's his EV figures looking like? When are we expected to see the Dawson car roll in? We've only got, look, we're coming down to like the last quarter of the race nearly.
Yeah, it's going to be
Already.
a relatively quick stop for Pete. He's out there, got just under 20% V left, 5.2 laps left in the tank. And where is he? Sector 1. He's only coming through turn 2 by the look of it, up to 3. So yeah, he's still got a good 5 laps in this thing. So you could argue he probably won't push it that hard. Maybe three to 4 laps, and then we'll see Pete in.
Yeah.
And he's done a beautiful job to drive away from Nathan Bewley, because that was a good battle early on the race.
Oh, absolutely. Who is closest on track at the moment? Actually, they've got a bit of a spread on them at the moment here. We will just touch in with Matty Clark sitting in 6th position. You can see Gunther Rowe in behind him, Nick Firth in front, and Nick Firth in some clean air. But mind you,
the whole race so far, really, for Firthy.
Firthy unstopped though. So
yeah, unstopped.
So
it's
Clark
eyes on Goddard.
So Clark, obviously with the advantage here, sitting in 6th position. Everybody in front of him unstopped and on the fly, as we would expect. So you can just see there, ladies and gentlemen, on the totem there, number of stops for each driver.
Yeah, we're going to see that change very shortly, as we see the better part of the leading drivers heading down towards around about 4 odd laps left in the tank of fuel, and you know, that'll mitigate when they come in. The energy's just I guess another factor in it. Looking like, just looking at that, looking like yeah, fuel. They're certainly quite hungry here. High throttle percentages. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that lap you called on Craig McConnell, Davo, certainly hurt.
Yeah,
hurt him. In the
yeah, it did.
Him and Bewley.
Yeah, just trying to sneak around a lap car there, or a car just re-entering the circuit, and yeah, just had to pull it up a little bit quicker, change a little bit of a change of line, gets sideways, no contact, doesn't spin the car, but really suffers in his lap time there, and that chase, that gap is now a hell of a lot bigger. You can still see the two cars in screenshot together. However, a little bit further apart than we have seen just over the last probably 15 or 20 minutes. So that gap easily doubled. There you can see Dawson, then you can see Bewley, and then you can see Craig McConnell all rolling around that corner. And there's Goddard in the background. That is Nick Firth. We can see the field coming through here now. Out of position, Lily Glass. Matty Clark. So there you go. There is a classic example of where they are. That is Gunther Rowe. Joseph Marnie. Very close succession through that great camera shot, that actually, J-Man.
Yeah, beautiful. The cam guys tonight, really on point, I've got to say. I'm well impressed. I do like that. Almost feels like a new addition there. It's pretty slick. So, well done for the cam guys picking up on that there. And you can just see them coming through that section of racetrack, just really asking a lot of the rears with the 3 changes of direction. Obviously the right hander, then the left, then back to right again. Car heavily loaded up.
Yeah.
A section of racetrack I'm sure Crossy is all too familiar with.
Mike Rue just rolling out of the pit lane, J-Man, and Rob Fox also, I think, in that pit lane as we speak. But yeah, Mike Rue
for around 20 laps, mate. Yep.
What a cool looking car. This Mike Rue car is coming out of the pit lane now. Very fancy. Don't mind that thing at all. Okay, back to the racing. What's going on? Where are we looking at, J-Man?
For me, I think probably at the moment, I'm interested in the numbers. I'm always interested in the numbers, Davo, and the viewers.
Yes.
So for me, it's about where Kenneth Worcester has made his pit stop. He's currently running
Oh,
P10.
okay, missed that.
Well, I think he has. I'm pretty sure he has.
Well, we can show you
Bring up that
exactly
data,
what's going on.
and
Let's
you
bring
can-
that data up right now.
And if he has, I'm calling
Okay,
him.
it's showing 0. It's
Oh,
showing
okay.
0.
Maybe he hasn't. Okay. I thought he had.
But maybe he's got to get through. Maybe he's got to get through the sector here. I don't know because I just don't know.
I think he has.
I think he has too.
Yep.
I think he has too because everybody just on my little screen here that's done a pit stop is showing a particular little anomaly in the timing.
Yep. Nah, he's definitely made his
I think he's made his stop as well.
Energy. So why I'm interested in that number.
Okay, so sitting in 10th. Nice.
Yeah, is he's going to get Sam Wozniak, Marnie, Gunther Rowe.
Absolutely. You reckon he'll get Gunther as well?
I believe so. I believe so.
Now, we saw Gunther with a masterclass in the pits last week. Now, pit stops are freaking critical. Like, after watching last week's race, Gunther went from, I don't know where he was, to a podium position.
Yeah, he played
in a pit stop.
We talked to him, and he played the averages. He drove the car to a number and required little amounts of VE and fuel to get the job done. The car is a lot hungrier tonight, and Gunther's only got around about 2 laps left in the tank, so expect to see him in, not this lap, but maybe the next one.
Kramer just rolling out a J-Man, and Rob Fox, actually, that car is parked. It just keeps coming up on my data, but Kramer rolling in. Is that Marnie coming in as well? That is Joseph Marnie rolling into the pit lane. So now we're going to start to see it, ladies and gentlemen. We have only got a little over 10 minutes to run. That is bugger all laps. That's an official term.
Yeah,
bugger all.
9
Technically official.
F4. Yep.
That's right.
Not quite a bee stick, but not far from it.
Not bloody far from it. That's right, Jamie. As again, we just see this camera shot. Nathan Bewley, Craig McConnell, George Goddard, Nick Firth, and Matty Clark, and Gunther Rowe out of the picture. Is he in the pits? There he is, way back here. So, Gunther Rowe back. Some distance in behind Lily Glass. Yeah, but just back in the distance a little bit. Anyway, either way.
So, Pete Dawson likely going to come into the pit lane. I think this lap, he's only got 1.5 left in the tank.
This is the final corner. Here we go. No, he's not, J-Man. How much has he got left?
He's got 1.4 laps left in the tank.
Bewley's going to follow.
Oh, sorry, of energy, sorry. So
Craig McConnell's following. George Goddard's following. Neither of these guys are pitting. Nick Firth in, J-Man. And that's Clark immediately past Firth.
He gets it down, stop to the 60km/h mark pretty efficiently.
Pretty nicely, yeah.
It just gives Crossy a wave on the way past.
Now, hey, look, and we talked to Firthy last week after his race, and he was doing okay, but did admit to making a bit of a muck up in the pits, and it's critical when the racing's so tight on track, J-Man, to get this stuff right. Firthy off the jacks already.
Jammed
very quick
26% in, which gives him 7 laps, so worked out the number that he required there, and he's back out again.
And so he's holding down 7th. Is that accurate? I think that is. So holding down 7th position, so not 7th position. Not too bad for Firth. Re-entering the track there. That's awesome, actually, from Firth. Both Clark and Worcester, after pit stops, came out in 10th. Am I reading anything into that? You're the data guy. You work it out. But Firth back out of the pits and ready to run for the final 8.5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Quick stop.
0.5 of a lap energy left, 2%
on Dawson.
For Dawson, and he's got to
go. He's got to go. As will Bewley. Bewley off track, J-Man, with a big wriggle.
Pushing hard.
McConnell, he would have seen that.
He's closed the gap.
Okay, Dawson in. Here we go. They're all coming in now. Sure as shit. Here comes McConnell. Goddard will be next. There they are. Here's Matty Clark. Rounds them all up.
In. They're all in. And here comes Clark. He's just going to round them all up as we expected. Oh, what is going on?
What is that, Bewley? What the hell was that? Okay, that might be just a game thing there. Because it rotated Dawson's car.
He made massive gains. He took 5.6 laps, so 21.2%. Exactly the same as Pete Dawson, but he's made massive gains.
Look at these guys. In and out, quick as a flash, J-Man.
Who's that just going
Dawson,
through?
so that's, I think that's Rob Fox. Oh no, that's not Rob Fox, that's Mike Rue, that's just tucked in behind Pete Dawson, out of position. That'll just put a little bit of a buffer between him and Bewley. I'm not sure whether Fox...
Fox has been
Rue, whether Rue,
he's done.
So Rue's pitted, so he won't be getting a blue flag, so...
No, he won't be.
Craig McConnell and Goddard all out in position as we speak. And who is that? Nick Firth in 6th.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's taken out. Has Gunther Rowe been in? Gunther Rowe...
Yeah, mate. Yep. He's got
in 7th.
7 laps left in him. He's good to go to the end, 6.5 minutes. So Marnie did the business over Ken Worcester. So Ken Worcester looking like a top 10 here, P9 provisionally. Where is Sam Wozniak?
That's awesome. What a flurry of pit stops there. We knew that was going to shake things up a little bit.
Yep. Super quick on the stops.
Unlike last week where we didn't think it was going to shake up anything, and then freaking Gunther just comes out left field and smashes everyone. So
the margin for Pete, for Matty Clark over Pete Dawson, 22 seconds is the margin.
Yep.
That is an absolute masterclass.
Absolutely. But like you mentioned, big gains from Bewley over Dawson. But I think, alas, too little too late. Either way, McConnell just tucked in there as well. Really solid race for these boys, all deserving to be exactly where they are. I mean, they've raced for those positions hard. And, lost nothing.
Drive through for Gunther Rowe.
Are you serious?
Gunther Rowe cops a drive through. I'm not sure what that was for, but he has copped one, and that is going to hurt. Cause,
that will hurt. That will hurt because that'll put Wozniak and, at least Wozniak in front of him.
8.3 seconds behind him. He'll get him for sure.
Wow.
So he'll drop down to P10. I tell you what, Ken Worcester is up to P8. So that might have been by the way of whatever happened to Gunther Rowe. So wonder whether Gunther Rowe actually had a lose and an off track, and that calculated towards maybe the final track cut that he was allowed. So
there's Rowe in the background. If we can just get a little bit. Yes. So quick roll through for Gunther Rowe.
Oh, that'll hurt. That's costing some time.
Ouch. Ouch. It's getting to the business end of, obviously, of the race, but the season, J-Man. And these guys have been such a big learning curve, not only for us here in the comms box and broadcast team, but for the drivers, obviously, getting their head around. A few updates, definitely still very much a work in progress, the LMU series, but
Bewley with a huge moment. Sorry, Davo.
Bewley, we're on Bewley. Let's do Bewley.
Had a massive moment and just lost some margin to Pete Dawson even more. Should have gathered it up. Actually didn't do a bad job. I actually think the Bewley car is probably slightly better than the Aston in the final sector.
Stop it.
But had a massive moment off track.
Yeah, very twitchy car. Seen it off track a couple of times, just in the last 5 or 6 minutes.
Probably only got a couple of laps left in the tank here of racing. Matty Clark, where is he? Because that's going to determine maybe how much energy some of these other boys got, because they got it cut to the bone, and they may not have been predicting that Matty Clark was 24 seconds up the road. So if he potentially makes this go an extra lap, they could be in a world of hurt. Where is he?
It's highly likely it will.
So it's going to go definitely this one and one more. But Bewley pushing hard. You can tell by the attitude of the car and the way that he ran off track there in the previous set of corners.
And Wrigley again. We're just looking over the rear wing of Dawson's car, and there is actually quite some space between Dawson and the Porsche, but you can still see the Porsche back a shot wriggling around of some of these corners. So clearly Bewley pushing hard, J-Man, to get those lap times again. You just see it tailing a little bit. So working hard at the
too many mistakes. McConnell's not that far behind him, so a couple more of those errors and McConnell will be right there.
Well, just one half decent error and McConnell's passed. So car in between Bewley and McConnell at the moment in the Mike Rue car. Thankfully, a little bit of a buffer zone as we start to wind down. Less than a minute and a half to go, ladies and gentlemen, and this is across, we're out of the final corner and across the line.
Yeah.
So
we already have Matty Clark already coming through sector 1.
Smart cooking, Clarkie.
What was when he got there?
Clarkie with a healthy gap, very smart cookie, will know the timing on where he's at and what's going on, and he would potentially slow that car down to finish this race up on this lap. He's got to go and talk to his bum, so he won't want to go one more lap without getting out of the car. Give mum a hug. And probably slipping in a driver interview too, maybe with the MATCHFIT boys at the end of the night, J-Man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just maybe.
Certainly on the cards.
Bewley, just that backfire from the Porsche and the gear change. Pops. Dawson backed off a little bit. Bewley making some gains. It will be the final lap, surely, on this race.
Yeah, 5 seconds to go, and we've got Matty Clark heading up to the final turn as we speak. So
nice work, Matty Clark. Yeah, congratulations again. Taken out round 10 in Rainlight Racing's 2025 LMU Series. Proudly sponsored by SIMBLACKS and broadcast by MATCHFIT Entertainment as we see Pete Dawson across the line for second.
Yeah, good shot. Good
clean run for Dawson. Had pressure throughout the race and across the night. Did really well. Nathan Bewley deserved podium and will keep the championship alive, J-Man, with those sort of finishes. Craig McConnell, Bewley still leading the championship after these points are before these points are corrected. George Goddard rounding out the 5th position. Nick Firth running across the line like a maniac. Joseph Marnie rolling around the final sector of the circuit, J-Man, and a good clean effort actually. Nice work from Joseph, but look, we've been talking up bloody Worcester all night. Wow, good effort from Kenneth Worcester in 8th position. Sam Wozniak
yeah, absolutely. Sam Wozniak
in 9th.
Gunther salvages the top 10.
It's got 9th written on the side of his car. I know he's in 9th. It's written on the side of his car, so good. Nice work from Wozniak. Gunther Rowe. Oh, Gunther. Tough gig at the end, but gets the car inside the top 10. Past that is Mike Rue, Adrian Kramer, Lily Glass, Costas Makalos in 14th, Steve Crossland. So Costas DNF in 14th, and Crossland and Hayden Tegg and Rob Fox all DNFs 15th, 16th, 17th respectively. J-Man. Wow. Who have we got? We're going to talk. We're talking to people.
First cab off the rank tonight will be Nathan Bewley, and look, on a night that I feel like was similar to last week, just digs deep for his inner driver ability, and I think that's what brought him home in a podium position. Nathan, you got us on comms?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, mate. Hey, look, another really challenging night with BOP, and a few things not probably going in the Porsche's favour, but once again, you just showed just tenacity and just sheer driver ability to put yourself in the position. Obviously, qualifying probably really shook out the true BOP and the car pace that some guys had out there, but drove the car forward. Obviously, maximised.
Look good.
Yeah, maximised on some good passes at the start. Put yourself in the hunt, and then just put a hell of a lot of pressure on Pete through the opening stanza of that race. And then, mate, I tell you what, I thought it was done for all money, and then we got to the pit stops, and it was so tight. So you had a very, very good final couple of laps before the pit stop, Nate. But yeah, you're happy overall with that performance?
Yeah, I mean, it's the best I could do, you know. Like I say, when you've got BOP, when some cars are like over a second, like just saying qualifying from faster, it's like,
Yeah.
I can only do as humanly much as possible, then yeah, I can't do any more. Yeah, I felt like Whittacourt, I probably lost the race against Pete Whittacourt and then in the middle.
Yep.
The car felt like the front was very understeer, but then the rear was very oversteer, and yeah, it felt like it was gonna go at any moment.
It was just loose, and it was loose.
Yeah, we did catch a couple of big moments, made a couple of saw you playing in the sandpit a little bit wide off a couple of corners, which told us you really were pushing
and struggling.
Nathan.
Yep.
Yeah, Nathan. So, you know, I've got to just commend you on the effort, mate.
Absolutely.
To dig deep on a night that was probably going to be challenging in the Porsche. And we saw it, I think, with Gunther Rowe as well and his Porsche as well.
And Joseph.
A real challenge.
And Marnie as
Joseph
well. Marnie struggled a little bit as well.
So maximum effort, man, and yeah, proud of the drive that you just put on, and it keeps the championship alive.
Yep.
I know you're in it for the fun of it, mate, but we're all about the numbers, and it's still looking very, very close and competitive with one more to go.
Yeah, I mean, it is close, but I'm just going off into Lagos and here. As soon as I get into the slipstream of it, the Aston just pulls away, so it kind of feels like, and it seemed like that with the Mustang as well. It seems like, you know, they'll probably just fly past me down the Mulsanne straight at Le Mans, but hey,
it's a friggin' beast. Yeah.
We'll go there and we'll just try, you know, that's all I can do.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like I said, man, mad respect to the drives, especially in the last couple of weeks. The drives that you put on at challenging times, I think, really shows the character, Nathan. So well done, mate, and congratulations on the podium.
Oh, for sure.
Thanks, boys. Yeah, it'll be good to watch the stream back in a way, because like I say, you know, we're just mostly focused on what's happening by ourselves, you know, so get to come back tomorrow after working away, and you know, you can watch it and you can be like, oh, look at that cool racing there that I wasn't a part of, but it looked like it was a banger. So yeah,
100%. You did get some TV time for sure, as you always do, mate, because you're amongst the thick of it, the battles. So well done, buddy. Well done.
Nice work.
Sweet.
Thanks, Nathan. Awesome work.
So that's Nathan Bewley from P3.
And look, yeah, just even I'd like to see the points adjusted now, but yeah, running into this final round next week, it's going to be tight, and he's got plenty to be proud about. I think Nathan to have that Porsche where he's got it at the moment, that's for sure.
100%. So next cab off the rank, and this guy just had a clean set of heels tonight. We love racing with him when we get the opportunity, and on nights like this, I don't know that we would have. Yeah, so Pete Dawson from P2, you got us on comms, Pete?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Mate, what a great race. Plenty of mirror action there for a bit, I would think, from your perspective.
Yeah, Bewley was keeping me honest, but yeah, I had it. Just basically tried to keep consistent, and you know, plenty of wing, plenty of traction control, and just try and pump the laps out.
Yeah, hey, look, I like the attitude off the start of the race too, Pete. Did watch you get a very, very good rolling start and have a good look down the inside of a very, very fast Matty Clark tonight. So it was good to see that the intent was there from the get-go and, like you said, bank those laps. Just talk to us a little bit about maybe that mid phase of the race or the latter phase of the race when you came into pits. Looked like you had a pretty big margin and then it just really closed up. Was that just maybe managing energy or you just sort of rolled out of that in lap?
No, that was just I think Bewley catching up. I gave it everything I had. Well, just tried to keep consistent, not overdrive, and sometimes I guess I'd lose a bit of concentration, but just didn't spin this week like last week.
Yeah. So what you're saying, you're not backing off. That's for sure.
No.
Yeah, no, well done, mate. You've really taken to this platform, obviously new to all of us this season. And I'll tell you what, I think Davo called it as well. You know, you've come on super strong throughout
Last
the
few
series.
weeks. Yep.
Yeah, really, really got some serious pace. And, you know, it's pretty to watch, Pete. And obviously, we've had the pleasure of driving with you, mate. You're an absolute gentleman out there on track, but, mate, fierce competitor. And the pace was serious tonight. So a very deserved P2, mate. Well done.
Thanks, guys. It was good fun.
Awesome, mate. So that is Pete Dawson out of
Thanks,
P2.
Pete.
And cometh the man, cometh the hour. I called it early. I said I'd be talking to this guy last thing of the evening. I swear it's not a crystal ball. It's just a prediction.
I mean, J-Man's got him on speed dial, guys.
I have, mate. You know, me and Matty were just, we got this thing going on, mate. So well done, Matty. There was absolutely no one in the same postcode tonight. You talked about an alternate strategy. You backed yourself. Obviously, you talked to me in the Twitch tonight about that. I got to ask the question, did you go for the option left-hand side tyres and that stop?
Yes, specifically lefts, purely because what I found testing throughout the week is that if you went like a full stint without changing tyres, by the end of the race, the front left is just dead. Whereas by changing both lefts at the like 20-minute mark, by the end of the race, they were basically all 4 tyres were about even, which was a lot nicer to drive.
Okay, so it was all about keeping that balance there, obviously, with the high dig. You talked about high dig on this track. It was obviously there, went for the early option, and it worked particularly well with you. Now, talk to us a little bit about some of the entertainment that we had there tonight, Matt. And I know you were pushing because I certainly saw you having some uncharacteristic Clark moments where you were really pushing hard off track. But the biggest moment that I want to pick up on was the battle that you had post-pit stop, coming back through with a very fast Lexus. Talk to us about that.
Yeah. So I wasn't sure. Like at the end of the day, it's no blue flags, race on. And so I've got no issue if someone wants to do that. I wasn't sure if people would move out of the way, but when Ken didn't back off the throttle, I was like, oh, okay, it's like that. And then I got next to him out of 10, and he kept his foot in it, and I was just like, all right, okay, we're doing this, I guess.
Yeah,
it was fun.
And he held the inside down to 11, and then I think you managed to do the job down out of 12 or 13. I think it was 12, but
no. Oh, yes, yep. And that's just the tyres. Having that tyre offset, that was a big part of why I wanted to do that. Is all like the fast left-handers just carry so much more speed.
Yeah, but it was constructed. Obviously, Ken held the inside after holding you out on the outside of 10, and then I just saw the way that you just opened the steering up coming through the next right-hander. It was kind of forecast from my position, obviously up in God's view, but look, it was a great little battle that you had. Because up to that point, to be fair, Matty, you were just walking away, and I wasn't shocked at all to see a 21 or 22 second margin post pit stops because, look, you charged through the field up to P6 post pre pit stops, which is a fantastic effort. And look, you know, a lot of guys don't like talking about championships, but mate, that's half the story while we're here, and you put yourself in a really solid position. Obviously, your competition did come home in P3, but I'd say
a huge drive from Bewley. Very impressive.
Yeah, under the circumstances, I think he did a fantastic job. But I think the numbers are going to favour the Aston Martin on the totem heading into Le Mans. So well done, mate. Another outstanding performance.
Oh, thanks, Joe, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that was not the most eventful race, but I mean that is what it is some days. But really fun track to drive. Honestly, really like Qatar.
Yeah, well, look, from us, spectator-wise, even for somebody as fast as yourself, to see how hard you were pushing, and then and having a few little moments there. Obviously, no spins, Matty, but certainly testing the limits of track adhesion and track limits. Obviously had the luxury of debriefing with you pre-race and getting a bit of insight, which was actually rather helpful tonight, I might add too, mate. So thank you for that.
No, you
Just on the way that the car operates and the danger zones on the circuit. So it was a new one for us, as it was, I'm sure, for a lot of you guys. But
yeah.
like I said, an absolute clinic. It's not the first time I've said it this season, but yeah, well done, mate. Fantastic drive.
Thanks, boys. I think regarding the championship, based on my internal calculations, I'm 25 points ahead now coming into the last round. So I think a P2 secures the championship, guaranteed.
You know what you've got to do, mate. You know what you've got to do.
he's already got the abacus out, J-Man.
Yep.
We're gonna have to do a MATCHFIT abacus logo and bit of merch, abacus.
Yep.
Sweet for the boys, so they can work out their pit stops.
You give me that,
Okay.
I'll slap it on the car like a sponsor.
Okay, so do it.
Well, we won't
it.
hold you up for too long, because I'm sure you've got to go and ring your mum and just let her know how well it's
Yeah,
went.
say hello to your mum from Davo and J-Man.
She's undoubtedly still watching.
G'day, mum. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, cool. Awesome work, Matty. We will no doubt be talking to you again next week.
Awesome, Matty. Thanks, buddy.
Have a good one.
Well done.
You too, buddy. Talk soon. So that was Matty Clark taking honours here in round 10 and season 9 here at Rainlight Racing at Lusail, Qatar. So, fantastic night of racing here up and down the field. Big drives, obviously, from Matty Clark, Pete Dawson, Nathan Bewley to take the podium, but strong performances right throughout. Very impressed. The drive from McConnell and Goddard. But for me, Ken Worcester, anyone that knows Ken, he is a very passionate sim racer and, does it very, very well. So I'm very proud to see him race up to P8 tonight. I thought he constructed a great race and gave us a great insight to what it's like to battle with the guy that came P1, and he held his own, and I'm really impressed with what I saw. So big shout out to Ken.
Oh, absolutely, J-Man. Stellar drive. Actually, a couple of good solid drives. I thought McConnell's was a solid drive. McDonald and Goddard as well. So, yeah, awesome stuff. Huge. Once again, it goes way too quickly. 60 minutes of racing and what is relatively short qualifying is just, it happens so fast. Thanks again, J-Man, for joining me here. Rainlight Racing's 2025 LMU series. It is season 9. We just wrapped up Qatar. We're going to thank SIMBLACKS again, jumping on board. MATCHFIT Entertainment, streaming it to you live. Hit the like buttons. Go hit all the links in the description, ladies and gentlemen. Sign up. Get involved. Get over to Rainlight. Get on their Insta. Get involved with SIMBLACKS. They've got heaps of cool stuff. Get involved with MATCHFIT Entertainment. Click all the buttons there as well. Likes, subscribes, and notifications. And get involved again next week. We are going to be back, J-Man. We are going straight to Le Mans for the final round. Epic stuff and worthy of a track, worthy of a final here, I think, for this LMU series for Rainlight Racing. It's been a massive learning curve so far, and yeah, it'll be good to wrap it up at Le Mans, I think, next week. It's going to be epic. Good racing from all the boys and girls tonight. And thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. And we shall, and sticking it out with us with some tricky issues early on in the night. But yes, thank you. And join us again next week. Bye for now.